Been a bit. Decided to go pull the King Ghidorah feet. Didn't wait long enough. On one foot, it broke every single toenail right off that foot. You can also see that I have a funny mark there. On the positive side though, if you look at the side, it really picked up his scale pattern really well. I mean, this stuff picks up the detail. You just got to get things set up right. The other foot. Okay. The other foot, yeah, he's got a mutant toe right there. Maybe he stubbed it on the way to fight Godzilla, stubbed it on a castle or something. A bus. But again, the stuff picked up really decent detail as a molding compound. You can even see the seam line where I put the two pieces of the foot together and haven't cleaned it up yet. I mean, that's how good it picked up the detail on the foot. I'm not sure how that happened, but we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to redo the mold on the feet. It doesn't take very much time. Plaster Paris mixes up quick enough. I'm not going to do it right now. Right now I'm working on Godzilla's seams on his main body. I pretty much got the tails and arms and legs done. I just got to get the main body done right now. He's got a seam down the middle of his forehead that's driving me insane. I got most of the rest of the seams on his head done. Main body I got to fix up a little bit, but not much. I'm getting there. So I will be back with this later. Hopefully I'll get some work done on it tomorrow. Don't know. We'll see. Alright, another try with the Oyumaru. I've got some near boiling water. The piece I used before, it's got some paper towel in it, and I don't know how well that's going to handle. Hopefully that just dissolves in the water. Let me put her in there. Now, one thing about this stuff, you can tell when it reaches temperature because it goes clear from opaque. Alright? And we're giving it another try, mainly because my King Ghidorah foot had like a cancered toe. I can't have a cancered toe in my footprints. And I don't know how that happened. Actually, I just broke the toe off. It bubbled over the toe. It wasn't a cancer toe at all. If I'd been very careful on how I broke that, I could have used that foot. Well, live and learn, right? Is she getting soft yet? No. May not have got the water hot enough. Although there are bubbles forming on the side of the bowl. Yeah, it's sticking to the bottom of the bowl now. We'll let her sit in there a little bit longer. Towels around it because that bowl is very hot. I gotta get the Ghidorah's feet out anyhow. The molds I made for Godzilla, if you remember correctly, came out good. Very good. So let me get some feet out. I keep everything sealed in boxes because I have cats and they think they're play toys. If not, they don't bother anything in a box, but if I leave it laying around. Let's start this video over because there's too many bad things going on, eating up too much. It's molding time again. We should be excited, right? Couple of things. I'm having to redo the molds on King Ghidorah's feet because, if you remember, just about like a minute ago for you guys, but this is like 4 days for me. There were some like cancerous growths on King Ghidorah's toes. Funny thing that, had I been paying real attention, there wasn't cancerous growths. I could have filed that off and I would have had a perfect cast of one of his feet. The other feet was missing toenails, so I was gonna redo this anyhow. Got the Oyumaru soaking in water. If you remember last time also, a paper towel was stuck to it. Soaking in hot water and carefully peeling it off, it came out. I'm beginning to think this is some pretty good stuff here. Yes, I just grabbed that out of steaming, boiling hot water. Now, I've already formed it up some. There's a few air bubbles in it. I am not drying this off with a paper towel again. And I'm taking my feet. Now, what I need to do this time is press them straight down in instead of the way I did before. Straight down in. What I did before was kind of like this. This time they're going straight down in there. Alright. Now I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to push that up a little bit on the backs. better molding around the sides too. Alright, I'm going to let this sit until it is at room temperature again. I'll be back when that's done to show you the results. Alright, I'm back. I put them in the freezer for a few minutes. It was taking too long to cool down. I'm impatient sort. First thing, we pull the feetie out. Alright, now this feels like it's a silicone compound. It really does. It doesn't feel like it's plastic at all. It feels more like it's some sort of temperature sensitive silicone. So what I need to do now is get myself some plaster of Paris and get a molding. I will be back as soon as that is cured up. Alright everyone, time for the big reveal, if you can say. Is this really big? Nah, it's just a reveal. Alright, now I let this set up overnight, so I'm going to pull these guys out, and well, some of you got good eyes. I'm faking it. I already pulled them out once. That take on the video was bad. But anyhow, let me set the Oyumaru aside. Let's take a look at what we got. Alright, you can already see from the shadows that it did a really good job of casting the side of his feet. Real good. The toes, at first, I thought were bad, and then I took a closer look. No, the reason I thought they were bad is because of the way I pressed them into the mold. The toes came out perfect. They're clawed and pointy, just like they should be on this one. Let's get the other foot. I mean, this stuff picked up details well enough that you can see the seam line where I haven't fixed the seam line on the molded together parts yet. You can see it running right down the center. Okay? The toes on this one came out really well too. So, all in all, I'm very pleased with this stuff and how well it works for simple molding. I would definitely buy it again. And I'm going to put links to where I bought this stuff in the comments below the video, so you can go get some for yourself if you feel like it. It's not real cheap. This amount of Oyumaru cost me $10. So it's not real cheap. But consider this, it's reusable. Heat it up and you can remold it. Okay? A lot of the silicone molding sets, that silicone, you pour it once, you're done. This stuff, I can reuse. So if I'm making small little castings like this, it's great. So there you go. Thank you for watching.